in 14 seconds. 4, 3, 2. I can't believe it. Alive. Excellent. Greetings, ladies and germs of planet Earth and beyond. KingZeroPhoenix here, and after weeks of self-reflecting, I finally decided to come back. And I decided to what better way to do that with one of my favorite games, Ark Survival Evolved. I know I don't get a lot of attention from this game, for reasons I honestly can't fathom, but it's one of my favorites, and I figured I'd share it with you guys. Not bad for my return, I suppose. I still am not 100% used to live streaming. I may have it connected, though it seems I still have a long way to go. Going to this thing, my output is drastically low. I really am not sure how to fix that, but I'll just keep doing what I can for now. Also, if you're interested in joining me, you can see right here. It's Zero's Ark, all caps, if you have the game and wish to join me. I would appreciate it if you would. I tested the internet to hope for a better stream, but seems I was mistaken. Oh well, just keep doing what I can for now. Also, if you're interested in joining me... Better health, huh? I wonder how long that's gonna last. Not for too long, I imagine. Also, don't mind the sandwich, I'm kinda in the middle of my dinner. Subway. Every Friday for... I don't even remember how long. Anyhow, things to this game have gotten quite different since the last time I played. I've improved some of the growing mechanics of resources. They're a lot healthier than they used to be, meaning they'll yield more. Not to mention, I also increased my creature's egg-laying rates. You can see these things are basically like the equivalent of chickens. I've got so many. As for where I am right now, basically on Craig's Island to the far south. I was out here in the ocean searching for chitin and angler gel as well. The reason being, one of the mods I added in, known as the Aviary Structures mod, requires a lot of plasteel ingots as well as buckets of paste, which requires a lot of cementing paste. And a key ingredient in the cementing paste happens to be keratin, or chitin. Also, in case they improved the Stegosaurus a great deal. Its motions are a little more lifelike to the real. And as you can see, I've been expanding my Aquatic Pack, the Aquatic family. Megalodons, Ichthyosaurs, I got Mantas, electric eels. Dunkleosteus is what this monstrosity is called. I named her Desiree, because as a male I named Denzel. Electric eels, I even got Basilosaurus. Primitive whales. These were real, you know. Here in this game, they're relatively harmless, but IRL, in their days, they were vicious, terrifying the Eocene seas. They actually used to live where Egypt is now, back when it was nothing more than wet marshland. So, even though these are whales, given their bodies are a lot more streamlined than the modern whales, they can't really survive at deeper depths. And I tried the infinite stats cheat to try and give them some extra health down below, but apparently, for reasons I can't fathom, that has quite the opposite effect. It already cost me my first two, so I got new ones. And trust me, these mantas were not easy to tame either. You don't actually need angler gel in order to tame them. I made the mistake of thinking they needed angler gel to actually eat it. Turned out, nope, they eat meat just like any other carnivore. But there's actually good news for me. Because believe it or not, angler gel acts as a much better fuel source than simply burning wood. I can use that in my furnace, my melting forge, to keep the flame burning a little longer. I can basically use it for who knows. Thank you, Louie. And it's not just these aquatic creatures where my pack tribe has been expanding. I've also got quite a number of creatures on land as well. Of course, there's always the issue of, since they all group together, there's... Thankfully, I learned how to do this. It's a command it's an ability I recently learned how to do. I'm surprised I never figured it out earlier. Basically, I can actually send, if they're too cramping my personal space, I could just send them all to a different location, or if I'm carrying too much eek, I'm suffocating. I'm encumbered by God knows how many resources I'm carrying. Bad health again, huh? Still don't understand. I guess I tested my internet for its upload speed, but I guess the streaming is just not as effective as I'd hoped it would. No matter, it's still getting through quite well, from my opinion. And you know what? Not exactly my ideal way to come back, but it is what it is. In previous weeks, I've had a lot to reflect on about my reasons for continuing doing what I'm doing, as well as what I want to do with my life beyond this. I mean, I want to continue doing this, but with so much going on in my personal life, it's just... God bleeping damn it. I don't know what it is, but apparently, if my mantas get too close to the surface or break the surface of the water, for some reason they die. First my male manta, now my female. I honestly don't know why it is like this. Marty? Where are you, Marty? Marty? Kinda hard to find them all when they're grouped together like this. Ah, there you are. Marty. Finding a female manta should not take me too long, but I'm gonna need a faster mode of transport. What do you say, Maurice? What on earth? Too much crap. Oh, I got lucky. Thank you, Maurice. All I need to do is find a female manta. Before I do, gotta remember. Actually. Dismount. And... Ah! There we go. I'm gonna have to remain invisible for what are my attempt to tame a new manta. They're really not too dangerous, the mantas, but they are extremely aggressive. Alright, let's see. Oh, perfect! A female manta's close by. Well, close by is kinda stretching it. While mantas are more surface dweller. Oh, speak of the devil. Let's see, is that the one I'm looking for? Yes, it is! Oh dear. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. To daddy, you little manta. Let's see if I can actually keep you alive this time. It happened before with my male manta. I apologize if you're experiencing a lot of buffering and delays. Like I believe I've already mentioned this before, but the stream health for this is extremely bad. I'm not really sure what's causing it. Okay, I need some air before I suffocate. There's Maurice. Oh dear. Wait, what the? Dear me. I guess the stream health is worse than I thought. It just cut off for some reason. I don't know what you're gonna see from this, if anything, but... In reality, I know I'm using this cheap method to tame the manta, but there is an actually better way to do this. What you need, though, is bug repellent, and that is not easy to craft. It requires air back at home. But thankfully, I do have more hair. The pelts I can only get by killing mammals. Not again. It actually shut out on me. Oh, there it is. I honestly don't see the problem as to why it's acting like this. It really shouldn't be. I guess in all the time I spent away, I guess I could have been looking up a better way to live stream. I apologize if you're not exactly enjoying this, if anyone actually is watching, or to anyone watching in the future. But hey, I'm just working with what I can, whatever resources I have available on me, and that really isn't saying much. Also, that reminds me, I also need to pick your brain. Those of you watching, I need to pick your brain about something. I don't know when anybody's going to view this, if anybody's ever going to view this. But what I need is some advice on how am I going to continue doing what I'm doing. Like, the amount of uploads I do. My standard is I usually do multiple videos in a single week, whether some on Thursday, then Friday, and Saturday. That's because I have so much to do and a lot I'd like to share. That probably is not everybody's gonna be able to watch them in the amount of time that I pull them up, or if at all, like I said. So I don't really want to overwhelm you, but at the same time, if I take too many... Aha! Gotcha. Wait, let me just chat, because I am about to asphyxiate. Ugh. Another problem of mine is the times I could do it. Unfortunately, I don't have as much time as I want to do this. During the week, I mean. But, because I have to work. So that's why I do so much in such a short amount of time. The question is, how exactly should I continue uploading? Should I go back to my usual style, or just do one of a different series every week? That's to give any viewers the time to catch up. I could just continue doing what I'm doing. Like I said, I don't want to overwhelm any of you who hasn't had a chance to keep up or is not even completely interested in all my videos. But I can't exactly eat underwater. Marcella, don't do it. You're gonna die. And I just got you too. Not good. My starvation is starting to render me unconscious. There. That'll keep you from following me. I gotta get to dry land. And it doesn't look like I am still alive. Well, it looks like most of what I'm doing hasn't gone through at all. That's disappointing. Oh well. I'm still shocked. I even set it for ultra low latency, yet it's still going like this. You know what they say, though? If first you don't succeed, try again. And my lack of success in the stream isn't gonna stop me. I'm not even sure what's really causing it. Now let's see, if this time I can just keep her from dying, that'll be great. I do not know why I don't... Actually, now that I think about it, I've only looked a very little on Ark. From what I've seen, though, there really isn't much to offer. I'm sure Twitch streamers have already had field days doing, like, the different puzzles of the Ark. Not just here on the island, but in Scorched Earth and Aberration as well. It most likely even in the custom maps, like the Center and Ragnarok. I'd love to do those myself. The only issue is the storage space on my computer doesn't allow for me to carry all that. I did say I would try and get them in the future when I can, as soon as I possibly can. But that is gonna be a long time coming. Where I am now. Yeah, I've to the depths, and I've also actually encountered sea scorpions as well. And these scorpions are completely different from the giant pulmonoscorpions you can find either in the caves or in the mountains on this island. You hear that? And I'm suffocating. There it goes. Maybe it's the gameplay itself that's causing it to be so bad. I mean, I've optimized this game for the best quality so my computer doesn't crash, but I guess even that is still pretty hot, straining on the device. My computer. In fact, if you actually hear how my computer sounds when I play this game, it sounds like a jet engine taking off. I actually received that little comment from a developer of an app when I had troubles with them. I always had them on the best graphics I could to really get the best out of this game. Problem is, my computer actually doesn't have the strength to maintain that. Alright, we made it. This is where the deep dwellers get off, and those of us, that's where I'm... Back. Where's Penny? Oh wait, where's Leonard, I should say. If you're wondering, yes, I did actually name them after Leonard and Penny from the characters Leonard and Penny from The Big Bang Theory. Well, technically that was actually... well, not really. The Penny name was just a coincidence, but the reason I named the female... oh, Penny, because I actually owned an Asian box turtle once that I, well, named Penny. And actually, in terms of mates... well, if it's named Penny, the actual choice was Leonard. Everyone's close to home. Actually staying close to home, I see. I'm shocked. At least I hope they are. I do apologize if the feed keeps cutting out on you. I'm not doing it for reasons I still don't know. It's just deciding that my internet speed is just complete crap. Howard's still over there. That's my Hesperornis. My 2 Hesperornis, actually. Unfortunately, these two basically just go around killing all the fish they can. If they actually kill... my female, Haley, actually kills enough, she'll actually lay a golden egg. You the one about the goose that laid the golden egg? Anyhow, unfortunately, as they constantly keep eating fish, their searches often lead them to head out into open waters. That wouldn't bother me, but mantas and other creatures, such as the megalodons, are significantly less than friendly. And here are my other creatures. I've divided them all into neat sections that I call the Guardians. These are basically some of my other herbivores. My Parasaurs, Triceratops, Phiomia, Edicurus, my Brontosaurs, obviously, but I also got my Megatherium here, too. The giant ground sloth. Yeah, they've basically been doing that. What? Now, these are basically my security creatures. They're more swift. My Gigantopithecus, or let's just call it what we all think it's when we see this, Bigfoot. My Terrorbirds, Dilophosaurus, Kentrosaurus, and my Dimetrodon as well. I also included my compies in there for good measure. I know they're small and can't really do much damage when you look at them, but you have to admit, they're swarm animals that like to attack in groups, and that's always a big help. These are my air creatures. Yep, that's right, I got a Quetzalcoatlus. Well, 2, actually. Funny story about that, I was actually forced to spawn this one in. I did try to tame a female before. Unfortunately, a raptor decided it got hungry, and unfortunately, both it and the female got caught in the way of this guy's beak. His stupid, oversized beak. I looked all over the island, there's only one other, and unfortunately it's male in the far north. But I have it now, and I've got mates for almost every creature I have. Also, I'm sure you noticed the different movement from the Sarcosuchus, but take a look at the Argentavis, who's basically a giant vulture. It actually looks more like a vulture. I mean, back then it looked more like a giant eagle. Still pretty amazing, in my opinion. Oh yes, say hi to Mustang. My Equus. Which is just a primitive horse, I suppose. My Megalosaurus, which I'll actually be taking with me into the caves when I need to. My Scorpions, my Dimorphodon. These guys can actually be a big help to me in those caves. And there's... I used to call them by entourage, now I simply call them pack. Therizinosaurs, Spinosaurs, Allosaurus, Rexes. I actually finally included wolves in there. Sabers. Basically, I even got bears in here too. And there's still more creatures I have yet to tame. Basically, like Noah, I plan on gathering 2 of every single breed of creature on this island. Well, all the tameable kinds, anyway. Pegomastax, Archaeopteryx, my dodos. She's actually a new arrival. Oh, it stopped again. I'm amazed actually someone's even trying to watch this. Huh, perfect timing. Finally. Can't move. Here we are. This is what I need it for. Cementing paste. Let that do its thing. I'm surprised all that metal finally melted. And I think I still got more. One benefit of having an ankylosaur, they're especially good at gathering materials from boulders. That being said, I am going to need a lot of obsidian. That's been the bane of my existence for God knows how long. Ever since I started playing this game. Oh, I'm trying to steal with one hand and eat my sandwich with the other. Also, don't mind the indoor foliage. I also set the distance from my structures that resources like trees and stuff can respawn. Because it's down to its lowest point. I basically now have part of the woods is growing in my home. I don't mind, really. That's kind of a nice homey feel to it. That's the processing plant where I put all the materials. And with this is where I have to put all the materials in order to make the structure. I've already got the foundation worked out. I just need to build this. The huge wall. The problem is I need a significant amount of plasteel ingots as well as buckets of paste. I'll get the plasteel ingots from the middle and get to the obsidian. Or I get the buckets of paste from the cementing paste and the oil. I'm not on any shortage of stone either, thanks to this guy. That was actually the last stone I had. Huh. Stupid Dilophosaurus. I'm surprised if some of them are still around. I mean, I've basically taken over this little part of the island. And there aren't that many predators around here. Then again, I guess there's always small fry. I don't blame them for what they're doing. They're just doing what they need to keep themselves alive. Wait. Let me see something real quick. After this. So I can see it. Thankfully, having my male Quincy around has been a big help. I made him an exceptionally fast flyer. Believe it or not, this guy can pick up virtually anything. Almost any creature, from Allosaurus, Triceratops, I think he can even pick up a Stegosaurus. Wow. This has been a big help for me, since rather than just dragging the entire pack around the island trying to find them, I can just fly on Quincy's back, look for them, use my dino tracker, take them back here to a more controlled environment, and the rest is history. That's all I'd say. My Allosaurus, my Megalosaurus, heck, even my Equus. Same way. Bitrate of. Not sure how that's gonna do anything. If that's gonna do anything, but whatever. Also, I wasn't kidding about what I said earlier. I really some advice on what some of you would prefer me to do. As far as a video upload, and nobody seems to be complaining about the way I upload now, but I'm just saying, having some insight on my process would be a big help. I don't know how long that's gonna last, though. This is prime meat jerky, by the way. Let's see. I need a lot of obsidian. Thankfully, I do know some of the best places to get it. The only issue about that is I'm weighed down by all this angler gel. You really wouldn't think so. A viscous substance like gel would actually weigh you down. Funny the way it works sometimes, ain't it? I need a vault. I've always operated with these shelves, and they've served me well. The only problem is 45 slots is just not enough space for all the stuff I have. I guess for the time being I'll just settle for making a new one. But I really need a new vault. 5 iron wood. Easily. I had more than that. Ah, there it is. What is it? Hesperornis? Don't have that. Nor do I have a Calcatherium. What other saddles do I have? Mammoth? Don't count. Ah, a Megalosaurus saddle. Parasaur? Don't have one yet. All the trophies and skins I've collected. Let's set you up, Melvin. Seriously though, look at the size of this thing. I honestly don't know if there's an accurate way of measuring heights or how tall someone is in this game. But I think it's safe to say that the Megalosaurus is massive. Why not? Torch. There you go. And there. I know these are just temporary solutions, but it'll have to do. At least with all this Angler gel, I won't have to worry about chopping down trees as much anymore. And seriously, this stuff burns significantly longer than wood. And the best... I still got a lot of chitin to go through. And that you use a stream bitrate of 45 kilobytes per second. If they're from my own server, that would be great. I'm trying to at least, but it doesn't actually... Oh. The better question is, how do I do that? And the bit rates are significantly low. I honestly don't know which of these actually will make everything better. But I can try anyways. Try as much as I can. Once the kilobytes per second goes up, it's still gonna be low. I honestly really don't know how else to do it. I mean, not important right now. Let's see. I got all the metal ingots, didn't I? Let's see. Sorry, I guess I'll cut up on what I'm doing. I kinda forget what exactly I'm doing. My Quetzals. I did spawn in a couple other ones just to make sure there are others. I know. I always leave it open during this time just in case anyone decides to join. But apparently nobody seems to show as much interest for this game as I had hoped. Which, I guess, I keep saying it confuses me. Such a good game, though. Then again, most people are probably interested in the newer stuff. Something for the time being I'm unable to give them. Not just saying I'm incapable of doing so. I just don't have the capabilities yet. Alright. I've moved the ingots. I need obsidian now. Eek. Well, as you can see, Quincy doesn't go hungry. Ah, wait, that reminds me. How much metal you got left? Wow, a lot. Okay, seriously, I have got to get moved with the stuff. At least the stream is keeping up now. I don't have anything else around to help me with this. I'm approaching the max you can go in this game, I believe, is level 100. Unfortunately, you can't go any higher than that, and there are still some grams or items you have yet to obtain. Thankfully, there's a solution for this, one I've yet to apply. Let's see, where? Not bad. It still says the streaming quality rate is low, but at least I don't see any more buffering like before. I think I finally got it, or at least a decent grasp on it, I suppose. The bookshelf. This is where I keep all the blueprints, the recipes, and other things. I don't ever need a grenade. All the rest. Here it is. The mind-wide tonic. Until I get notes on Rockwell recipes for the portions, I'm afraid I won't be able to make it. But once I do make it, I shall be able to reset all my stats back to level 0. Well, back to the beginning anyway, and start from there. It'd be nice to go back and level up all over again. I'm actually surprised they have the starting zones for this game as they do. Like, the easiest, where I am, this beach right here is like one of the easiest places to start at in the game. Very little predators, plenty of resources, and decent amount of food to eat. The only problem is, of course, as you progress in the game, you basically... Wait, what the? Howard! See what I mean? The constant need to keep eating fish keeps them heading towards open water. I wonder if it's possible to build these aviary structures under the water. If I could do that. I could build a pen for them to remain safe in. My deep water dwellers. As well as constantly spawn on different fish in, so that these two have plenty to eat. And I will, if you've already seen any of my older Ark episodes, which I doubt you have, but I plan on relocating up there to the weathertop. Higher vantage point, and lots of open spaces for my creatures to just move around. Of course, with the respawn rates, I've enforced the rock. I can't get rid of those rocks there completely, but I suppose that's a good thing. I basically created almost unlimited resources. And some say that's basically cheating. Perhaps it is, but honestly, I'm okay with that. The reason I say that is because, well, I'm the one who... This world basically exists because of me. Not trying to sound like I've got a god complex or anything, but I'm just saying, since this world exists due to my specifications, I basically am able to control how it goes. And I think that's one of the things I enjoy about this games like this. You're basically put in an own world where you're actually able to control the rates like this. And basically creating sort of a paint. The game actually creates a sort of canvas or blueprint of an own world, and you actually get to decide how it's run. It could run naturally, quote unquote, or you could choose it how you want. Make sure everyone is able to get what they need without too much of a hassle. Maybe some shit could even say that's how they like real life to go. Not that I'm necessarily complaining about how life is right now. I mean, we all know it's pretty effed up already. It's just one problem after another. What I'm saying is we do have to accept the world the way it is, regardless of how unfair or cruel it may seem. That's not to say we should just lay back and roll over and accept it like that. I refuse to. What I mean is, we should just strive to improve the world for the better. Not just for us, but for the future generations. I know what people always say. In fact, I've heard today on the news about the school marchings, about the whole school shootings. That must be Haley. I believe a kid saying that they are the future, how come they're not being protected? Because they say they want to protect their future, but in reality, they're more concerned with themselves and it's my opinion, and I'm not trying to sound too judgmental or anything, but the reality is most people are only concerned about themselves and keeping themselves alive today. Because the reality is no one really knows if tomorrow will in the future actually get here. The reality is it will creep on you when you least expect it. I mean, my own life is a good example. To this day, I still remember most of the days I was goofing off as a child. And now, almost feels like the blink of an eye, boom. I'm already in my early 20s, with a good, decent paying job. And look at me, I'm a YouTuber for crying out loud. A greenhorn YouTuber, but a YouTuber all the same. I'm doing what I love right now.